guys, Luna here, and welcome to Arcadia Fallen. And I was going into this not expecting an immediate intro, but basically there was just some text on the screen that just said, "Oh, we have a guest? Welcome. I was just about to tell a story, and I think we just found our main character. What should we call you?" And I think that's just basically a little intro, just basically trying to get into it. Was kind of expecting a little title screen or something to adjust the music, which I haven't gotten into it. But let's do this. Fine name. Let us put a face to it. The art style of this already. Feminine's fine. Yeah, she is fine.
Happy to help.
Well, I hope so. Still haven't got to...
From the shimmer of light in the workshop, you felt safe to the broken glass in the streets, reflecting a fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy, and heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls are bound, so strong that they just keep you both on top. Yes, you, what will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you, what will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
That was such a cool intro. My god, that went hard and so cool. To the east, way past the capital of Erodias, lies a small town known as Anemone Valley, and the capital, and in the town is a very special shop. Despite its modern size, the store is visited by most, for it's only one of its kind in the town, a store that sells alchemy. It's owned by Elizabeth, a master of her craft and well respected amongst those who buy her wares. And you just happen to be her apprentice.
Thank you for your purchase. Please come again.
Very just anonymous. Your master is firm but kind in her teachings. She treats the herbs with a religious dedication, and the better part of your life you've been trying to learn as much as you can from her.
We are running low on headache remedies. Would you mind handling the rune table for a moment?
I'll do it.
Of course. I'll get to work at once.
The rune table is an artifact provided to alchemists by the School of Magic. It runs on a core of controlled magic and can be manipulated by anyone with proper training. It is, of course, not as powerful as an actual mage, but it's quite practical for making household charms and remedies. headache cures being one of the more popular options. You get to work preparing the ingredients as a tall man with an intimidating glare enters the store.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Spare me. Just give me the usual. Make it quick. I don't want to stick around in this creepy freak show any longer than I have to.
Right. One remedy coming right up.
Behind the man, a shadow moves. A child peeks out, staring around the room with big, frightened eyes. You hadn't seen the kid around the shop before, but by the looks of it, he's been told one too many tales of child-eating potion makers. Smile and wave. You smile and give the kid a friendly wave. At first he freezes, realizing he's been caught, but then he slowly emerges and gives a shy wave back. Elizabeth coughs to get your attention, and you realize she's looking at you expectantly. Oh right, the potion. Begin by placing the lavender into the... I guess it's up there. Turn the left wheel. Match any pattern to the right by mixing the ingredients in the center.
Here you go, sir. One extra strong headache remedy.
Elizabeth hands the potion to the customer, who pays with a grunt and nothing more. Do you need my help with anything else?
So...
Are there any other potions we should restock? If you like, I can go get some more supplies.
Well done.
In a moment, dear. I just wanted to tell you... Excuse me. How proud I am of the way you handle that. I know it is difficult to keep calm when there's something like that in the store. I could have at least thanked you. He came in here for help and he got it. At least he could have said thank you.
So that's how it is.
You're right, but people like us have to pick our battles carefully, lest we end up in a position where we can do nothing at all. But enough of that. I have another job for you. We just used the last of the lavender making that remedy. Would you be so kind as to go and buy some more? Okay.
I'll do it.
Right. I'll go right away.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Please do hurry, though. We wouldn't want another angry customer to come in only to discover I'm all out of their hangover cure. You gather... cough, frog in my throat. You gather your things and then leave the store with a small wave. So I guess we go to the flower shop. The flower shop smells heavenly. Strange exotic plants are growing everywhere. The colors vibrant and glowing with the faintest hint of magic.
Come in. Here to pick up supplies, I presume? Oh, perfect timing. Today's been so slow. I was going quite mad. How are things?
The owner, Quinn, has had the store for a little over a year. The first full year of the small town having their very own mage. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to be sarcastic. It's just people have been rude today.
You see,
It's been kind of rough. People seem to be quite in a bad mood today.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry to hear that, darling. I guess I should count my blessings I haven't had any customers today. It's only natural that things are a bit tense after the ivy woods wilted. People are starting to suspect some wicked magic to be at work, which of course means people are less keen on coming near us magi folk. People suspect magic?
What do you mean?
Why do you think people are suspecting magic? People always suspect magic. It's easier to blame something you don't understand, especially when you're only exposed to hearsay and rumors. The people out here don't experience a good side of magic, like the self-driving wagons and the other handy devices created by the tinkerers of Rhodes, or the grand theater shows of the illusionists down south. They do have you, though. Your shop's quite wonderful in its own right, though.
Thank you.
And I do believe the people here are warming up to me. After all, the flowers and herbs are hardly something you can create much controversy over. Which is also why it was I and not some firework tinkerer who was sent here. You were sent here?
So...
You didn't choose to come here yourself? Oh no, darling. When a mage graduates from the academy, we are assigned a shop to practice our craft. We get to make proposals for where we like to go, but ultimately it's up to a council to distribute the graduates. They would consider the needs of the towns and cities and the danger the mage might pose if they work without supervision. I, for one, am quite happy where I ended up. You like it here?
Really?
You actually like it here? I thought you would want to be somewhere more lively, like one of the capitals or something?
Just imagine.
Oh no, that's way too dull. I wouldn't learn anything in a forest of bricks. Out here, I'm right in the center of the greatest garden of all. Not to mention the fascinating underground of the magic mines. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique, and I keep finding new specimens that would make the students back at the college green with envy. So, firework tinkers?
Really?
But there are seriously mages who study just fireworks? Of course, but they're just not just fireworks. They're the best, most beautiful fireworks on the continent, created to dazzle and entertain. They are a marvelous sight to behold. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Sounds like a dream. I'd love to see it that one day.
Actually...
You have to go to the capital to see it, I'm afraid. Such magic has to be formed under strict supervision, but it's worth the journey for sure. But, you mentioned that you had a slow day?
Tell me about...
So no customers came by today? You're the first. It's quite odd. By this time, I usually have at least a couple of people poke their heads in. Out of curiosity, if anything. But today has been completely quiet. I'm starting to wonder if perhaps I missed some kind of local holiday tradition. But I guess in the end, people are just wary of magic due to what happened to the forest. It's sad. So, yeah, you mentioned the ivy woods wilted. So, what exactly happened?
How curious.
You haven't heard? And I thought small town news was supposed to travel fast. Yesterday, an entire section of the forest just died. I wanted to go and gather some samples to see if it was perhaps a rare disease killing the trees. But I can't leave the shop, and I don't want to be caught out there investigating. People might suspecting that I was the one who did it, and I really don't need that kind of attention. So, what kind of samples do you need out of sheer curiosity?
I wonder...
Actually...
Anything would do at this point. Cutting a cutting from a dead tree, pinching the dirt, it could all tell me something from how it died. I can get it for you.
I'll do it.
I can go get it for you. The forest is that far and it might help.
Absolutely not.
Elizabeth would kill me if she found out I sent you out there alone. It's dangerous, you know. No one but trained demon hunters would or should go near the area. No, it's better to let the officials handle this. I'm sure they'll figure out the cause soon enough. Hopefully then things will calm down. I guess you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm always right, darling. So I don't have any more questions.
Actually...
But I did have something to ask you for something else off topic, though. Elizabeth actually sent me to get some lavender, if you have any.
Oh, you'll love this.
Of course, of course. The word can't get around without the Madam's Great Headache Remedy can now. Give me a second. Gwen finds you the herbs you've asked for and you pay your way.
Come back soon.
Do you say hi to Elizabeth for me when you get back? It is getting late, but the streets are still buzzing with activity. Citizens are making their final rounds, shopping and greeting friends while walking home from work. A bard is sitting on the stones at the square, entertaining a small group of children as you find yourself pausing to listen in as he spins his tale.
And then, the Witch Queen of the North raised an army of demons from the depths of the mountains and laid waste to the lands. It was a time where wild magic ruled, and the people of this continent were bent under its heel.
The children gasp and huddle closer together. You smile. You heard this story many times before and you just know where it's going.
But then, from the ashes of a burned nation, rose 7 heroes. They were the chosen ones, the paragons. And together they rallied the people and beat back the demon Scourge and their evil mistress.
The children cheer. He's quite good.
Once the battle was over, they formed the Empire, a nation governed not by magic, but by people. The first paragon traveled south and built the 7 Winds Academy, a school to teach the next generations of mages so that magic may never again be used for chaos. The second paragon traveled the continent to rid it from the remains of the witch's ilk. During his travels, other heroes chose to join his ranks, and that is how the Order of the Demon Hunters was formed.
So, hunters, mages.
The remaining 5 set out to each build a great city. Cities that would later become the capitals of the Empire.
So, 5... so 5 main countries, I guess.
And in the central capital built by Alethros, their leader, stand 7 seats, each representing one of the 7 rulers of the Empire. And from these seats, their successors still rule to this day. The end.
That's quite interesting. There's clapping and cheering with some of the adults around politely joining in, but then one child raises their hand, head tilted in curiosity in the way that only children can do.
But, Mr. Bard, sir, you say there are 7 seats, but my mom says there are only 6. Why should the mages have a seat?
The air suddenly tenses. The market has gone quiet, all the eyes now turn to the bard who remains unfazed, smiling.
That's the thing about stories. Sometimes they don't actually end, even if the bard has said so. They become the beginning of something new.
He turns slightly and you swear for a moment he's looking straight at you before he shrugs.
But alas, I was only paid to tell you rascals one tale for today. So, that particular sequel will have to wait for another time.
There's a garden of groans and dismays, but the kids get up and leave. You two figured you lingered long enough and continue on your way. You almost reach home, but come to a halt when you hear someone cry out. You hear your head whips around toward a dark side street. The people around you keep walking, ignoring the sound even as it grows louder. Can't they hear? You glance around, but see no reaction. Everyone just carries on apathetically. You know you should probably do the same. You can vividly imagine Elizabeth's disapproving stare, but the darkness of the alley beckons you, and you leave the busy street to investigate. A man is standing over the form of a younger girl, or what appears to be a girl.
Really, there's no need for this. I was simply a bit lost, you see. I didn't mean to wander into your town uninvited. Just let me go, and I'll be out of your hair for good. Gone. Whoosh.
You expect me to believe that, spirit? I am not fooled by your petty tricks and illusions. I see you, and I am going to make sure whatever wicked scheme you have planned ends right here.
I swear, I'm not planning anything.
Demon spawn like you don't belong in this world. Die, you filthy creature!
He's going to kill you. You have to do something at once. Your choice will influence your personality going forward. kindness in your heart compels you to take action. The poor girl needs me.
Stop that! You're hurting her!
The man spins around. His eyes are crazed, dangerous, and familiar.
You.
A chill runs down your spine. Something flashes in the man's eyes. You could have sworn they almost looked red.
You're that old hag's apprentice, aren't you? You lure people with your pretty potions and promises of healing. But in the end, you're just the same. You... magic scum like you should all just die.
You move so fast. There's a blur of movement, and then you feel a sharp pain in your chest. You look down and see the hilt of a knife, a blooming red glowing outward, staining everything. Willie, you almost didn't feel the pain. Shock is making the strangest of the thoughts suddenly relevant.
So, that's what a lot of blood looks like. It's thicker than I imagined and more red.
Thank you. You really saved me there. I'm sorry this had to happen. Let me see. Ouch, yeah? He got you real good, didn't he? Pierced the heart. Humans need hearts, I am certain of that. And such a kind heart, too. Don't be scared. I'll fix it, I promise. It won't be easy, though. It really isn't quite the state. I think I can mend it. But it needs something to stick it together. Your soul, I mean. No use mending the body when you're, well, dead. Sorry. That was rather insensitive, wasn't it? Nothing wrong with being dead. I mean, it happens to all of us. But, oh, right, not important.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. I'll fix you right up.
Oh, my head.
Yeah. Sorry about that. You knocked your head pretty bad when you fell. I should get you a potion for that.
You blearily force your eyes open. You're still in the alleyway, but the street has gone quiet and the afternoon light has faded. You must have been unconscious for a while. Your hand flies up to your chest, expecting to find the knife still sticking out, but there's no wound.
It doesn't hurt, right? Honestly, I don't know much about human skin, so I kind of just stitched it together the best I could.
What just happened?
What just happened? That guy? Where did he go? What's going on?
He left. I, hid myself in the trash. So when he was done with you, he went off to search for me. I am terribly sorry about all this. Usually I'm much more careful.
Oh, I can actually... Okay. Audio. Definitely want that to next. Audio lowered. Okay. Yeah, apply those changes. Graphics. I think those are... So just as a note, parallax effects are on, and it's just, yeah, that. Language, yeah. Customization, okay, so yeah. Continue, okay. Tell you how this section, okay.
You're safe now, though. I promise. That guy was really something, though. To think a spirit would go as far as to possess a human like that? I know the whole humans against magic thing doesn't make for the best of relationships, but there's no need to be rude. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're probably confused, right? Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
That guy looked like some kind of monster?
That guy. His appearance changed all of a sudden. The horns, the red eyes. He looked like some kind of monster.
My guess is that some mean spirit latched onto his anger and possessed him. The spirit must have been quite powerful, too. To spark a physical transformation like that? I wonder what it was doing here. Anyway, the best course of action would be to stay far away from that guy, but I guess you already figured that out the hard way.
So, who are you?
So, who are you?
Ah, right. I am so sorry. I should have introduced myself, shouldn't I? I'm Mime. Well, I'm a spirit, I believe you would say. A friendly one, though. Don't worry.
Why was that guy harassing you?
I met that guy earlier today. He wasn't nice back then either, but the way he treated you was horrible.
Well, you know, humans don't usually care much for spirits. They're supposedly illegal, after all. Chaotic magic, dangerous, yada yada. This guy was particularly aggressive about it, though.
Yeah, you're telling me.
His heart has a lot of hate inside it. Which is probably the reason why the mean spirit decided to take it.
So, why are you here?
So, thank you for saving me, but why are you still here? Aren't you afraid more people like that guy will show up?
Well, you see, I might be kinda, sorta bound here to you.
What?
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. But you were all dead and broken, and all the pieces didn't want to stick together, and I panicked, and I may have somehow linked myself to your soul in order to bind it to your body.
So like a familiar. Your choice will affect Mime's path going forward. Let Mime feel the consequences of actions, and perhaps she'll learn from them. Calm Mime down and by showing her forgiveness, kindness, and I'll forgive her.
You saved my life. The method might not have been ideal, but I really can't blame you for helping me.
I know. I should have done better, and I shouldn't have... Huh? You forgive me? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Don't worry. We'll find some way to fix this. I'm sure of it.
Let's work together.
If we work together, I'm sure you and I can find a way to fix this.
Thank you. You're right. We'll find a way to solve this. I don't know how to fix this. But I do know someone who might. I'll take you there. Though... she's going to be so mad at me.
You and Mime both pause and listen. Whilst you are talking, the quiet night has erupted to a steady swell of voices. Spooky music. A sinister feeling makes the hairs on your neck stand on end, and Mime scurries closer to you, the small spirit having grown quite pale.
Something doesn't feel right. I think we should leave now.
She tugs you by the sleeve, and you follow her to the end of the alley, only to stop short of the sudden smell slithering down the streets. Smoke. Your eyes grow wide as you spot the flickering lights in the distance. A feeling of dread is settling into your stomach.
The shop!
Hey! Wait!
By the time you get there, a large group of people is gathered in front of the shop, and a wicked tension is in the air.
Child eater! Get out of our town!
Burn the witch!
Burn the witch! The yelling is unbearably loud. A young man picks up a rock and throws it through the window. The sound of shattering glass is drowned out by the cheers rising from the crowd. Those jerks are destroying my home.
I can't believe this.
What do they think they're doing? It's actually not their fault, not entirely, I mean. They have been caught up in a frenzy. Their fears are being amplified by this strong spirit magic. It's drawing them all towards something inside the shop. How can you tell? How do you know that? It's a spirit thing. I can sort of sense the essence of other spirits. Usually it doesn't really matter because there aren't really a lot of us around, but something's here. It has to be set on something inside the store. Why are we not affected?
Well...
Look, I'm not feeling my bravest at the moment either, so why am I not tearing stuff up?
About that.
This type of spirit magic doesn't really affect me since you're bound to me now. I guess you're protected as well? What are their fears?
Really?
These people don't look very frightened to me.
Maybe, but...
It is true, though. We all fear something, but usually you can kind of tell whether you should act on it or if the fear is irrational. These people have their fears stoked, and it's so great that it's turned to rage. They lost sight of themselves completely. Well, we gotta do something.
So...
We just can't keep standing here. There's gotta be something we can do. We really shouldn't be getting any closer. If they catch us here, there's no telling what they'll do. Elizabeth might still be in there.
We've gotta go.
Look, Mime, I know it's scary, but I need to find my teacher, Elizabeth. She might still be in the shop, and I can't just leave her. You really are very kind, aren't you? I kinda wish... Never mind, okay, I'll take you. Just keep our heads down, okay? With Mime's guidance, you go around to the back of the building. There's no way to enter, but there's a closed window and a nicely sized room. You break the window and carefully climb through the broken glass. The shop is dark and smells faintly of burning rosemary.
Okay. Very sneaky. The sneaky duo, that's us.
A door bursts open.
Get out of my home, you... child.
Long story, we have to get out of here. We got no time. Elizabeth, they're surrounding the building. We need to get out now. Whoa, young one. Easy, young one. Breathe. Taking precautions, don't you worry. We are safe in here.
But what about you? You were gone for so long. I was just about to leave and go looking for you when those hooligans started gathering out front. What happened? And who is that?
Hi. It's a long story.
I'll tell you what happened.
Mime, this is my teacher, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this is Mime. We've sort of gotten ourselves into a bit of a magical hiccup, and Mime here was just about to take me to someone who could fix this, weren't you, Mime?
Right.
Well, yes, of course. I know exactly how to fix this.
By the seven! Have you bound yourself to the spirit? Oh, what were you thinking, child? Do you have any idea what you have done?
I couldn't just stand by and do nothing.
No.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I would do it again to protect Mime. Elizabeth sighs.
Child, your kind heart is going to get you into trouble one day. Trouble that I will not be able to save you from.
Thank you for trying.
So...
I'm sorry to make you worried, but we've really got to talk about the people outside. There's another crashes and another window shatters.
I just don't understand what is happening.
Neither do I.
How odd.
The people are acting completely mad, like something is driving them insane.
About that.
That's exactly what's happening. I'm not sure what, but I can sense something here in the shop. Some kind of powerful magic is drawing me here.
Powerful magic? But that's impossible. This is an alchemy shop. The only vaguely magical item in here is the alchemy table.
Something flashes in Elizabeth's eyes and you turn to the table standing in the corner.
It can't be.
The light suddenly dims and you whip around to stare at the shop's window. The crowd outside is growing louder and the vile ichor of hate. A dark shadow is spreading from the frame of the window, blocking out the light of the torches outside. The star indicates a choice where you can call upon others for assistance. Mime, what is that? What is that thing?
Well,
I'm not sure. It looks like some kind of spirit of some sort, but...
It's a demon. This thing. It reeks of dark magic. It's trying to breach the barrier I put around the shop.
The darkness now completely covers the glass, which creaks and twists under the strain. Then cracks. Stand your ground. You bite back, you scream, and you stand your ground protectively in front of Mime and Elizabeth. The window shatters. Heat washes over you, and you shield your face as every single piece of glass in the shop is blown out. The pressure forces you back, stumbling, and for a moment all you see is red. Ugh. You pick yourself up from the floor. Someone is screaming in the distance, and there's a strong smell of burning wood. The shop it's been completely destroyed. From the rubble, a tall, dark shape rises up to tower over you. Pathetic. Weak. The humans demand fire, but flee when their wish is granted. Glowing eyes zero in on you, a tall, lanky shape standing in the middle of the destroyed shop. What is this? A little shop assistant? I wonder, will you flee as well? What lies in your heart? Fear, anger. The glow of the soulless eyes intensifies, and you feel cold all over as its gaze pierces through you. How disappointing! People like you are the worst. Keeping your head bowed every day, taking the scorn of the common people like you somehow deserve it. I can see it all. See how the people of this town, these pathetic, weak mortals, are mocking you while you do nothing. Why should their imbecile fear weigh you down on you? You are their superior. Your talent should leave them begging at your feet. So why? I don't need your help to get what I want. I want to stoop to their level. Faith, I believe in the good of humanity.
Things might be rough now, but I believe things will change. I believe that kindness will change their hearts and make things better.
The creature begins to glow a soft green color, lets out a frustrated scream, and charges at you.
Look out!
Go back to the hell you came from, demon!
The demon stumbles, struck from behind. It clears over to this, clinging to its side where its shape is cracking like broken shards of glass. You see broad shoulders. A woman steps in front of you, shielding you from the demon. A sword gleams in her hands as she boldly faces off against this monster.
Are you alright?
So I could do a romance option. I'm fine.
Oh, wow. So, thank you.
Victoria! I'm so glad to see.
Quiet, Mime. You and I are going to have a talk as soon as this is over.
The demon screeches and rights itself, the bleeding gash on its side glowing like hot metal. You fool! You will pay for this! It rushes forward, but Victoria is far too quick. She swiftly strikes it down, spraying shards of darkness from the flesh wound. The glow is steadily growing stronger. You begin to feel drawn toward the light as if it's calling out to you.
I'm feeling kinda weird.
Look, the table.
The alchemy table is glowing the same shade as the demon. It pulses and breathes like a living thing, lifting itself off the floor, shifting and shaping into a new form, and suddenly flies right at you. You reach out to catch. Match that. Do that just to. Need to do this. Banish to your first scene. Light bursts from your hands. It shoots outward in the beam, striking the nightmarish creature square in the chest. Ah! The demon writhes and shakes, the light bursting it open from within, and then crumbles, turning to ash with a quiet sigh. There's only stillness. In your hand is what remains of the alchemy table, a pendant of sorts. The familiar cogs and wheels still make up the main body, but the 5 small runes are now carved into the upper ring, one of them glowing faintly with a strange sort of magic. You're feeling woozy, like your eggs are about to give out from under you. Is everyone alright?
Okay.
No one's hurt? I think I'm okay, but the world does feel a tiny bit shaky. Cold presses steel against your throats. The woman Victoria is glaring at you. What did you do? Let's just try and stay calm.
So...
Let's just try not to get ahead of ourselves with the swords, okay? I don't know what happened. The alchemy table has never done anything like that before. Victoria glares at you with suspicion, but slowly lowers her sword a little.
I can't believe this.
Mime, would you be so kind to tell me what's going on here? Victoria's words drip out with tension. Mime looks very, very small when she steps out from behind you. You see, I'm not entirely sure myself. It's felt like I had a connection with that thing for a moment.
So that's how it is.
A spirit locket. Elizabeth is staring at the glowing amulet in your hands with a barely masked sadness that puts you on edge. It must have reacted to the presence of the demon. It appears that it absorbed the power of that fiendish creature, sealing it away for good. That's good, right? So it's over, the crisis is averted, and everything's fine now, right? Victoria glares at you darkly.
No.
Everything is most certainly not fine. Use of illegal magic and binding yourself to a spirit, you're coming with me to Eldrosa to stand trial for what you've done. On whose orders? Elizabeth moves to stand between you and Victoria protectively. First command Althea. Victoria twists her collar to reveal the insignia of the 3rd Paragon. You feel dread running down the spine like ice. Of all the people to be discovered by, it just had to be a knight. But it was an accident.
Oh no.
I didn't mean to do anything wrong, it just happened. Right, as if I haven't heard that one before. Whenever you want it or not, doesn't matter. Your actions have put others at risk. Your good intentions won't do anything to solve the chaos that's already been brought. You're a criminal and you have to treat you as such.
Hear me out.
But Victoria, don't you see this might be a good thing? What? You sealed the spirit away, didn't we? In fact, it was really lucky that you're here. Bet the shop would have been burnt down completely if you and Lunas hadn't been here to save it. Be as that as it may, it doesn't excuse the legal use of chaotic magic, so... Victoria is interrupted by a strange buzzing sound coming from her jacket. She and Mime are visibly pale.
Of all the times.
With that, I think we're going to save this here. And exit to title screen. with that, I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives. And may the stars forever guide your path, forever might lead you into the future. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.